yesterday, and we are reminding everyone that from these things that are highly recommended, three things are so important. Number one, fasting. So inshallah, make sure that you have suhoor, that inshallah you will drink enough water, that you will sleep. There is no problem, alhamdulillah. Tomorrow is Saturday, so we can sleep inshallah after Fajr, no problem. And have enough sleep, so that's why you'll be ready from after Dhuhr. If you can, then from after Asr. We mentioned some tips in the khutbah today, and we mentioned that we should avoid any distraction. I remember a story for Yahya ibn Yahya al-Laythi. This is one of the most trustworthy narrations of Imam Malik. What is the story of this man? This man came as a young man learning from Imam Malik. He came all the way from Al-Andalus, from Europe, to learn from Imam Malik. And what happened? That one day, while the students were there, someone shouted, "An elephant in Al-Madinah." So all the students, they ran out, they left the halaqah because this is something never happened. An elephant in Madinah Rasulullah. They never had elephants there. So everyone left and they went to see the elephant, except Yahya ibn Yahya al-Laythi. So Malik said to him, "Why don't you join your classmates? Why do you stay here and everyone else left?" He said a wonderful statement that I'm using it and saying to everyone. He said, "I came from Al-Andalus all the way to see Malik, not to see the elephant." So this is the day in which we should focus. The day of Arafah, no grocery, no spending a lot of time in cooking, no visiting, no a lot of phone calls, no distractions. Focus on the two things that came in the hadith. خير الدعاء دعاء يوم عرفة. The best dua is the dua in the day of يوم عرفة. So make dua. And if you remember from these tips that we mentioned, what? Having everything written. Inshallah, after Fajr, we'll learn about the etiquette of the dua to make it right, inshallah, bismillah. To make it as Ibn al-Qayyim, he had steps for the answerable dua, inshallah. We will tackle this, inshallah, after Salatul Fajr for those who want to attend, inshallah. But the question, ya ikhwan, that if you leave it without planning, you will forget. So we have, to summarize the dua, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam give us the hint in this dua. Allahumma aslih li dini alladhi wasat amri. Ya Allah, fix the condition of my deen. Make dua for your deen. This is the most important thing. So you will not, and we will not be in fitna. Wa aslih li dunyaya allati fiha ma'ash. Make dua for your dunya. And when we make dua for dunya, we should, mention these dua with the rizq al-halal. We should make dua with the health. We should make dua with al-afiyah. The Prophet said, the best thing you ask is al-afiyah. If you have al-afiyah, if you have 1 minute for dua, make it for al-afiyah. That Allah grant you wellness, afiyah in your deen, afiyah in your body, afiyah in the hereafter, afiyah in your kids, afiyah in your wife, afiyah in your money, afiyah in your house. And we have the third part is the dua for al-akhirah, dua for al-jannah, dua to be away from the hellfire. If you remember, we said that if we ask Allah 3 times, if we ask Allah 3 times al-jannah, al-jannah will talk on our behalf. Ya Allah, he asks me al-jannah. Ya Allah, grant him al-jannah. And the same, if you ask Allah to be protected from the hellfire will talk on our behalf. Ya Rabb, he asked me to be away from the hellfire. Ya Allah, grant it to him. Ya Ikhwan, we need to be smart. We always say, or they always say, don't work hard, but work smart. Dua is a treasure. Subhanallah. And Allah will answer the dua. ما من داع إلا ويستجيب الله له. وقال ربكم ادعوني. As long as we are not making dua with cutting ties or evil, or we eat from haram, Allah will answer our dua. And also make dua while we are, doing our best. Like the person, who refuses to go to doctors and he suffers from chronic diseases and he could find a doctor to help him, Ya Rabbi shfini. طب ya akhi, go and see the doctor now. You have appendicitis and you are about to lose your life and now you are making dua. Like the person who says, Ya Allah, grant me a son, grant me us to serve Islam. And the person beside him said, Allah will never give you a son. Why? Because he's not married. The same, Ya Allah, grant victory to the Muslim Ummah. But what are you doing? What are you doing to serve and to help the Muslim Ummah? You do nothing. You are doing nothing because you are, subhanAllah, disobeying Allah day and night. Because of this, the defeat comes. So, ya ikhwan, this is whenever you get, confused, what shall I make dua with? Make dua for the deen. Make dua for the dunya. Make dua for the hereafter. Write everything down. Write everything down, ya ikhwan. We have fathers. We have mothers. We have aunts. We have beloved ones. We have uncles. We have neighbors. Make dua for your friends. Abu Darda said in some narration that he used to make dua for 80 people with names in his dua. And they said that the worst friend is the one that you tell him, make dua for me. Why? Why? Why he's the worst friend? Because he should remember you without telling him. Your friend should remember you. He shouldn't wait for you to make dua for him. And whenever we make dua for people, what happens? There is an angel saying the same to you, likewise to you. So we need to prepare for this day, ya ikhwan. Again, don't be distracted. So we should focus and we should make it like Zibistian. Do you remember this story that we mentioned in the khutbah? Zibistian, he won 150 seconds from Saturn's tour in Germany, and in 150 seconds. I don't know if we have a video, I will show you. Just go and search for Zibistian, 150 seconds, and the tour called by German Saturn's tour. So he won 150 seconds, 2 minutes and a half, to choose from the electronics whatever he wants. Yalla search ya Mazino. Zibistian, because it starts with S, because the S in German, they know for Z. So Zibistian, Z-I-E, and then Bistian. So Zibistian, what happened? He won these 150 seconds, 2 minutes and he have, 2 minutes to have whatever he wants, and he was able. If you see him running, and after he finished, he fell down. Khalas, he couldn't. Because he worked hard, he used every single second. From this aisle, I'll choose this and this and this and this. 3, 4 laptops, I can carry them in one hand and go from this aisle. And then I will add from this printers and cell phones. And he did it in a very magic way. People like him didn't collect like him. Because he said, the first thing he did, my plan worked out. I did it right. Because they announced him as a winner, he started to do what? To plan it very well. I'm going to go to this aisle, I choose from this aisle this and this and this and this. And from this aisle, I'm going to choose this and this. In my way, I'll do this. And he, at the end, he delayed at the end the heaviest, because some people will start with heavy thing. But he delayed it at the end. Did you find it? Oh man, I'm going to show it to you inshallah after. So he delayed till the end what? A huge refrigerator. Till the end. Because he didn't like to just, spend a lot of time and waste the time. No, he got the little things that are valuable, the tiny things that are valuable, but at the end he kept pushing till he had a big refrigerator. He did it right. He used every second. Now, this happened in 2007. By that time, the electronics, Ibrahim, were so expensive, right? Whatever he gathered now, if you just, try to estimate it now, it's not going to reach to $5,000, right? Those are the seekers of the dunya. But for us, we invest with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. 10, La ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lah, lahul mulk alhamdu wa sha'n qadir ya Abu Zayd, will be equal to freeing a slave. 10 times, which is in 1 minute and a couple of seconds. What happened, Brother Zayn, if we say it in 1 minute? We will be under the shade of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So inshallah, we need to target high. I will make 2,000 La ilaha illallah wa la sharika la lahu al-mulk al-hamd wa qadir. Because the Prophet Muhammad said that this is the best thing I said. The best thing I said and the prophets before me is La ilaha illallah wa la sharika la lahu al-mulk al-hamd wa qadir. Don't make it 10 times, 20 times when I did it, alhamdulillah. Ya akhi, target high. If you aim A plus, the worst scenario you will take A minus. But if you say, I will say it like 100 times, it ends up 10 times. The one who targets C will take D. No, target high. I will make 5,000. What will happen? The worst is going to be what? خلاص 1,000, alhamdulillah. Target high, ya ikhwan. In 1 minute, you can say it 10 times. So we can say a lot, La ilaha illallah wa la sharika lahu, and a dhikr is something easy and you can say it at any time. Yani from your home to the masjid, inshallah, you can make at least 200, 300. The people who travel a lot and the people who who drive from a long distance, they can make 1,000 till they come to. For me from Mekini, I can make it, inshallah. Encourage each other. Don't forget the takbirat. Also, don't forget that the day of Arafat is the day of what? Of one of the best days in the year. According to the majority of the scholars, this is the best day. But the other scholars said the best day is the day of Eid al-Adha, which is the 10th of the Hijjah. So don't forget the takbirat. Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, Wallah alhamd. Don't forget donating. Giving sadaqah, feeding people to break the fast, inshallah. And we will have, bi'idhnillah subhanahu wa ta'ala here, inshallah, bi'idhnillah subhanahu wa ta'ala, potluck, and we will have iftar. Bring your family. Again, don't be distracted. Come here for food. Inshallah, we'll have plenty of food, inshallah, bi'idhnillah. We will grill, inshallah, meat, and people will have, inshallah, very, very delicious food. Just come, inshallah, bi'idhnillah. Enjoy the time with us. We'll make dua. We'll, inshallah, remind everyone that, inshallah, we'll be in i'tikaf, waiting, inshallah, for Salatul Maghrib, making dua. This is one of the best things to do in the day of Arafah, like the righteous Salaf Ridwanullah who used to gather in the masjid in the day of Arafah. So, 3 things: fasting, inshallah, and fasting means that this day will be full of righteousness. And then the dhikr of Allah, and the best dhikr is La ilaha illallah wa la sharika lahu al-mulk al-hamd wa qadir, and aim high, inshallah. And then dua for your dunya, dua